fellow gamers. Are you ready to take a trip down memory lane? Today, we're going to be talking about 10 classic PlayStation 1 games that have stood the test of time. These games were the talk of the town back in the day, and they still hold a special place in our hearts. From epic RPGs to heart-pumping action games, these titles offer something for everyone. So, strap on your nostalgia goggles and get ready to relive some of the most exciting and unforgettable gaming experiences of all time. Are you ready? Let's dive in. Number 1, Final Fantasy VII is a timeless classic that introduced players to the world of Midgar, a dystopian city where the planet is being destroyed by a corrupt corporation. The game's story is full of twists and turns, and its characters, including protagonist Cloud Strife and his allies, have become iconic. The game's gameplay is a mix of RPG mechanics and real-time combat, with a deep leveling system and a variety of abilities for players to master. The game's music, composed by Noki Uetsu, is unforgettable, with tracks like One Winged Angel still resonating with players today. Number 2, Resident Evil 2 is a survival horror game that is set in the zombie-infested Raccoon City. Players take on the roles of Leon S. Kennedy and Claire Redfield, two survivors who must navigate the city and uncover the conspiracy behind the zombie outbreak. The game's atmosphere is tense and unnerving, with jump scares and horrifying creatures lurking around every corner. The game's puzzles and survival elements add to the gameplay, and the game's graphics and sound design were top-notch for its time. Number 3, Metal Gear Solid is a game that redefined the stealth genre. Players take on the role of Solid Snake, a special ops soldier who must infiltrate enemy bases undetected. The game's storytelling is masterful, with a complex plot that features themes of politics, nuclear war, and genetic engineering. The game's boss battles are intense, and the game is filled with memorable characters like Revolver Ocelot and Sniper Wolf. The game also featured an innovative twist where it would break the fourth wall and interact with the player's game console, creating a truly immersive experience. Number 4, Crash Bandicoot is a platform game that stars the lovable marsupial of the same name. Players guide Crash through various levels filled with obstacles and enemies, collecting Wumpa fruit and defeating bosses along the way. The game's level design is inventive, and the game's graphics are colorful and cartoony. The game's sense of humor and charm have made it a beloved classic.
Free the dragons in the artisan world.
Number 5,
seek out the
Spyro
balloons.
the Dragon
He'll
is an
transport
action game
you to the
that
next
stars a
world.
cute and mischievous dragon named Spyro. Players control Spyro as he travels through various worlds, collecting gems and freeing other dragons from their crystal prisons. The game's graphics are vibrant and the game's controls are smooth and responsive. The game's soundtrack is also catchy and memorable, adding to the game's charm. Number 6, Tekken 3 is a fighting game that is known for its deep combat system and diverse cast of characters. Players can choose from a wide range of fighters, each with their own unique moves and fighting styles. The game's mechanics are easy to learn, but difficult to master, and the game's graphics and sound design were top-notch for its time. The game's popularity spawned numerous sequels and spin-offs, making it a fan favorite to this day.
You win.
Number 7, Gran Turismo is a racing game that set the standard for realistic driving simulators. The game features a huge collection of real-world cars and tracks, with players competing in various races and events. The game's physics engine is highly realistic, and the game's graphics and sound design are impressive. The game's depth and attention to detail have made it a beloved classic for racing game enthusiasts. Number 8, Tomb Raider is an action-adventure game that follows the adventures of Lara Croft, an English archaeologist who travels to various locations in search of ancient artifacts. The game's puzzles, platforming, and exploration elements are engaging and fun, with players having to navigate through various tombs, solve puzzles, and fight enemies. The game's 3D graphics were impressive for its time, and the game's soundtrack is iconic. Lara Croft has become an iconic video game character, and the game spawned numerous sequels, spin-offs, and even movies. Number 9, Castlevania, Symphony of the Night is an action game that takes place in Dracula's castle. Players control Alucard, a half-vampire, who must battle various monsters and explore the castle to uncover the secrets hidden within. The game's RPG elements, such as leveling up and acquiring new abilities, make it a unique experience. The game's graphics and sound design were top-notch for its time, and the game's gothic atmosphere and sense of dread have made it a beloved classic. Number 10, Silent Hill is a survival horror game that takes place in the eerie town of Silent Hill. Players control Harry Mason, a man who searches for his missing daughter in the town, only to uncover a dark conspiracy and supernatural forces. The game's graphics, sound design, and atmosphere are top-notch, creating a truly unsettling experience. The game's puzzles and exploration elements add to the gameplay, and the game's story is full of twists and turns. Silent Hill has become a classic horror game and spawned numerous sequels and spin-offs. These 10 classic PlayStation 1 games have stood the test of time, with engaging gameplay, memorable characters, and unforgettable experiences. They are not only nostalgic for those who played them in their heyday, but still offer a fun and challenging gaming experience for newcomers today.